Welcome fight fans to my channel. This is Johnny, and today we're going to be going over the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning the upcoming IBF title fight between Subriel Matias and Liam Paro. Guys, on the same weekend that we have the Frank Martin versus Gervonta Davis fight, we also have a title fight taking place in Puerto Rico between El Orgullo de Maternillo, Subriel Matias. That nickname translates the pride of Maternillo, and Maternillo is a poor seaside fishing village in Puerto Rico where Subriel Matias grew up, and he's taking on Australia's own Liam Paro. Guys, this is a fight that I've been waiting for a long time. Both fighters come to win the fight. Both guys have a pressure forward style. Neither one likes to take a step back. So today I want to compare and contrast both fighters. We're going to talk a little bit about what they've been up to. We're going to bring up their fighters' resume and see if we can find some advantages and disadvantages going into the fight. I find it pretty interesting as well. The sports books down here in Australia have Liam Paro as a 7-1 underdog. Whatever that means, they feel the fighter from Australia going into enemy territory in Puerto Rico has his work cut out for him if he wants to take away Matias's IBF world title belt and put himself atop that short list at 140 pounds. So what we're gonna do is look at both fighters, and now let's take a closer look at the Australian, Liam Paro. Liam Paro is 24-0 with 15 knockouts. He has a career 63% knockout to win ratio. He's currently ranked number 10 in the world at 140 pounds. The Australian is 28 years old, and the southpaw stands at 5'8" with a 71-inch reach. He's fought a total of 123 professional boxing rounds. He's taken on Subriel Matias June 15th in Puerto Rico for that aforementioned IBF world title. He last took on Montana Love. Love was 18-1. Paro knocked him out in the 6th. Brock Jarvis was 20-0. Paro knocked him out in the 1st. He then took on Alamo, who was 20-0, split decision in the 10th. Steve Gago was 12-1, UD in the 10th. Terry Zuramanis, 23-4, knockout in the 7th. Liam Paro is a slick southpaw who likes computing the data of his opponent, but he will stand and trade with you, and he does have power. His knockout to win ratio doesn't jump off of the screen, but his last 5 fights, you've seen him use it to get fighters out of there. The big win in his career thus far has to be that Montana Love victory, and going into the Subriel Matias fight, Matias is going to have a very confident Liam Paro who's never lost and is going to Puerto Rico with one thing on his mind: becoming the new IBF world champion. Now let's take a closer look at Subriel Matias. Matias is 20-1 with 20 knockouts. He has a career 100% knockout to win ratio, and I should also mention that one loss he did avenge via knockout. He's currently ranked number 1 in the world at 140 pounds. The 32-year-old Puerto Rican is an orthodox fighter standing at 5'8" with a 71-inch reach. His adoring fans call him El Orgullo de Maternillo, like I said, which means the pride of Maternillo, the area which he was born and raised. This fight with Paro is taking place at the Coliseum Juan Ben Cruz Abreu in Manatí, Puerto Rico on June 15th. He last took on Ergashev, who was undefeated, knocked him out in the 6th. Ponce was undefeated, 30-0, knocked him out in the 5th. Anyanin was 16-2, knocked him out in the 9th. Jukambayev was 18-0, knocked him out in the 8th. We know what Matias wants to do. He wants to get his opponents out of there. He has a lot of late round knockouts, meaning that his power carries over into the later rounds. Also, he's not going to impress many people with his head movement or his defensive capabilities. He wants to get into the firefight and wants to test his power against yours. And so far, he's always been the fighter to come out on top. When we look at both fighters side by side, a lot of these numbers are going to cancel each other out. Paro's going to be the younger guy. They're both around the same height. They both have around the same reach. Paro, even though he's younger, is going to have more round and ring experience than Matias. When we talk about both fighters, we have to think about that classic southpaw versus orthodox style. One is going to want to circle away from the right hand. The other is going to want to circle away from the left hand. The narrative to this fight is, will Paro be able to take the power from Matias? Can Matias set his feet and set his hands up to actually hit Paro? Who will be the better boxer? We already have to side with Matias on being the bigger puncher, but fight skills, ring IQ, this story and this fight will tell a lot. A lot of questions will be answered specifically about the 140-pound division moving forward. Advantages and disadvantages, like I said, I think the slate is clear. A 7-1 underdog, in my opinion, is quite harsh. I'm not going to tell you who I'm betting on, but if I were a gambling man, hey, $100 on Liam to win 700 doesn't sound that bad of an idea. He is going to enemy territories. Matias's belt is on the line. This is a big fight for the division and a big fight for both guys moving forward in their career. I'm going to ask you guys, like always, who wins this fight, Matias or Paro? And if you're feeling froggy, let me know how they win it and what round. Leave all that in the comment section below.